So you're thinking about buying a home in Washington, D.C., and your budget is in the $600,000 price range. Now, in previous videos, I've covered the $300,000, the $400,000, and $500,000 price ranges. In this video, we're focusing exclusively on $600,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to two completely different neighborhoods. One is on the calmer side. It's a lot more residential. And then the other is like the complete opposite. It's a lot more vibrant with newer development and a lot of newer amenities. So let's get after it. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn every single thing about Washington, D.C. real estate, you're at the right place. Feel free to subscribe below. My name is Bashir, and I love connecting with you all on a weekly basis about your real estate goals. So if you have any plans of buying or selling a home in the D.C. metro area in the next 30, 60, 90 days or more, feel free to call me, text me, email me. All my contact details are in the description below. Look forward to helping you find the right home in the right neighborhood. So the first home we're going to be looking at in the $600,000 range is located in the neighborhood of Eckington. Now, if you're not familiar with Eckington, it's a neighborhood in Northeast DC. It's bounded by Rhode Island Avenue to the north, Florida Avenue to the south, and North Capitol Street Northeast to the west. And it's surrounded by other notable neighborhoods like Bloomingdale and Noma, which I've done extensive videos on those two neighborhoods. You can check them out after this video, of course. So let's do a deep dive into the Eckington neighborhood, and then we'll check out the first home.
Eckington is one of those neighborhoods in DC that offers a balance of historic charm and modern urban living. It's situated in Northeast DC and is bounded by Rhode Island Avenue to the north, Florida Avenue to the south, and North Capitol Street to the west. This makes it incredibly accessible to some of the city's most prominent areas while still maintaining its own unique vibe. When you walk through Eckington, one of the things you notice is the charming Victorian-style row houses that line many of the streets. These homes add a lot of character and history to the neighborhood, making it feel like a classic DC residential neighborhood, which it actually really is. But what's really interesting about Eckington is how it's been transforming over the past few years with new developments, bringing modern amenities to this classic neighborhood. One of the biggest recent projects is Eckington Yards, a major mixed-use development that started taking shape right around 2018. Eckington Yards has really redefined what it means to live in the neighborhood. It offers a combination of modern condos and apartments with a host of amenities designed to cater to a range of lifestyles. The development features sleek residential spaces with top-of-the-line amenities like rooftop terraces, fitness centers, and courtyards for residents to enjoy. It's not just about the living spaces. There are plenty of retail and dining options right at your doorstep. Speaking of which, Quincy Lane is the central hub within Eckington Yards, where you find local favorites like Union Kitchen, a go-to spot for grab-and-go meals, or to try out local food products. For those into fitness, Bouldering Project is right there, offering fitness classes, yoga, and a unique rock climbing experience that adds something new to your typical workout routine. If you're in the mood for a casual bite, Pop's Bagels is a neighborhood hit for a quick breakfast or lunch, and Pizza Love serves up a modern twist on pizza with its Roman-style pies that are lighter and crispier. Across the street from all this new development is Alethia Tanner Park, a 2.5-acre park that has quickly become a beloved community space. Whether you're looking for a place to relax, take a walk, or join one of the many events that take place there, Alethia Tanner Park has something for everyone. The park hosts a variety of events like Cinematic, where you can catch a free classic outdoor movie on Wednesdays at sunset. You can bring your own chair, food, blanket, and claim your spot on the lawn. There's also a weekly farmers market where local vendors sell fresh produce and other goods, and fun seasonal events like Pumpkin Palazzo in the fall, which brings the community together with activities for all ages. The green space, playgrounds, and gathering spots make this park a true gem for Eckington residents. Nearby, you've also got the Metropolitan Branch Trail, which runs parallel to the park. This 8-mile-long trail stretches from Union Station all the way up to Silver Spring, Maryland. It's popular with bikers, joggers, and walkers, offering a scenic route through the city. What's great is that the trail connects you to multiple metro stations, including the Noma Gallaudet and the Rhode Island Avenue metros. So it's not only a recreational asset, but also a functional one for commuting. As for other neighborhood amenities, Eckington offers easy access to some great spots for food and drink. Lost Generation Brewery is a local favorite, offering a great selection of craft beers in a casual, laid-back setting. And if you're looking to do some grocery shopping, you're just a short distance from the Harris Teeter in the nearby Noma neighborhood, which makes everyday shopping convenient. All in all, Eckington is the perfect mix of old and new. It has the charm of a historic DC neighborhood with the added benefit of new developments and modern amenities that are making it one of the most exciting places to live in the city.
So the first home we're going to be taking a look at is actually this building right behind me. It's a condo at the City Homes development at Eckington Yards. Now, this is a 45 unit building, 7 stories. And majority of the units have already sold out. Only one unit is left, and that's the unit we're going to be taking a look at. It's a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-level condo with an outdoor terrace priced at $675,000. So it's right across the street from the park. You know, you have the dog park right there, and you have this main park. There's also a playground for the kids. You have this main park that hosts a lot of activities on the weekend, stuff like, you know, outdoor movies and just a whole bunch of fun events. And then you have the Metropolitan Branch Trail right behind me. Great spot for walking, jogging, biking. And then you also have the Rhode Island Avenue Metro Station. Now, with this unit, I'm not sure if there's parking available. Seeing that majority of the units have sold out, I would assume that majority of the parking spots have also sold out as well. So there's a possibility the unit might not have any parking. If that's the case, Eckington is a super walkable neighborhood anyway. And if you're not too fond of having cars in the city, because you know how that can be a hassle sometimes with, you know, just a hassle to find parking and tickets and stuff like that, you get the drift. So let's go take a look at the unit and let's see what $670,000 in Eckington has to offer. So this is the front door of the building. Got our secure entry. So the unit is actually right there on the first floor. You got your mailboxes to the left. So not much going on in the lobby. They've got this screen that just tells you about the different times for the metros, pickups, all that. And you've got the package room right here. And this is the unit. Let's check it out. So this is the front entryway. Notice there's no coat closet on as you walk in. So we have the steps that takes us to the second level. We have this, which is our main level. Living area, dining is right there. And you have these windows that bring in a good amount of light. You got the wide plank flooring. Got the wide custom cabinetry. This is our refrigerator. These are Fisher and Paykel appliances, by the way. So the fridge, microwave, stove. They've got some wine and beer in the fridge. Close that. What's this cabinet space up top? Soft close. They've got some pretty high-end stuff in here. And so this is your outdoor terrace, and then this whole lane is Quincy Lane. You've got like bagel shops, the rock climbing gym. So you can basically just walk out through the gate right there, and you'll be right there with a lot of amenities to choose from. So they've got these
shades that you could pull down if you wanted some privacy. They've also have a powder room right here. Which is a pretty sizable one. Okay, let's head upstairs, check it out. Now, what I like about this upper level is the two bedrooms have a decent amount of separation between them. So this is the first, and then the second bedroom is all the way in the corner, right? So it really gives you that privacy. In this closet, we have our laundry set, LG, and this is just the water heater and HVAC. So this is our bedroom. We got the floor to ceiling windows. Now, I'm pretty sure you've noticed, you see a few people walking by. For some folks, that might be, kind of a concern, especially if you wanted to leave your blinds up. Now, I don't know how well pedestrians can see through the windows. I don't think the windows have any kind of tints from the outside. But you would have to, let me see how the natural light gets affected if we put this down like halfway. Got our closet right here. And then this bedroom has its own full bathroom. Now this is the main bedroom. I also like this hallway and this concept. You can have, display different art fixtures on the wall. This is the main bedroom. It doesn't receive as much light as the other one, but then I guess the positive is it's more, private because that's facing another structure. So this is a king size bed. You got space for a desk for work from home situations, and check out the closet. It's a huge closet for a condo. We have our bathroom. Got a bathtub instead of a shower. I'm assuming this is a private bath. I'm just thinking of, I don't know, just thinking out loud. What would be the purpose of this door if this bathroom is for this bedroom? Because the other bedroom has its own bathroom, so they wouldn't be having any reason to come over here to use this one. Let's take a look at this one more time. And let's head downstairs. So let's talk about some pros and cons about this unit. And go over some numbers. All right, so let's talk about the cost of ownership for a unit like this, priced at $675,000. So we're going to be using an interest rate of 5.99. We can round it up to 6, but I guess 5.99 on an interest rate just sounds better than saying 6, right? Interest rates have finally decided to come down. They've been at around 6.5 to 7 for the past year and a half. So it's good to see we're making progress to make homes more affordable around the country. So we're going to use a 5.99 interest rate, and we're also going to use a 20% down payment for this unit. So at a 5.99 interest rate, your principal and interest payments are going to be $3,234, taxes $543, insurance $135, and there's an HOA fee for this unit of $584 a month that covers water, gas, trash, and the common areas. If we add that up, the monthly payment for this unit with 20% down at a 5.99 interest rate is going to be roughly $4,495 per month. So let's talk about the cash that's actually needed to buy this unit. So your down payment is going to be 20% down, which is $134,980,000, and your closing costs budget around 3% for that, 3% of the purchase price. So that's going to be roughly around $20,000. So the total of that is $155,230. That's how much you would have to pay out of pocket to buy this unit. So let's talk about some pros and cons. And if I leave anything out from this pros and cons list about this unit in particular, feel free to drop those in the comments. Always love to hear your opinions. So the first thing I have on my pros list is actually the neighborhood. This whole area has seen a lot of new development. There's been a lot of new amenities, a lot of new things to do. You're right across the street from the park, from the metro, from the MBT trail. We're in a very central location. So a lot of other parts of DC aren't too far from Eckington. The second pro is you have this outdoor terrace that can be used as a space to entertain guests because, this lower level, it's a decent amount of space, but it's not the largest space, right? So if you wanted to invite friends and family over, you have that additional space that you can utilize for that. Or if you just wanted to get some fresh air into the unit, it's perfect. And then the last thing on the pros list is I actually like the finishes of the unit. They have pretty, high-end appliances. I heard that an international award-winning designer was actually the interior designer for this unit. So it just gives off a really modern feel. And a bonus, which I already mentioned upstairs, was I like how the two bedrooms are kind of far away from each other, as opposed to being wall to wall like you see in a lot of apartments. So that's it for the pros. Let's talk about the cons. Now, the first thing on the cons list was actually a pro, right? So this can be a double-edged sword, which is actually the outdoor terrace. So why I have this as a con also is because, now I know most people aren't going to be walking on Quincy Lane right there and looking into your condo, right? But I know for a fact some folks might be iffy about that. Me personally, I don't mind, but I just know it could be a privacy issue because Quincy Lane always has a constant flow of traffic. You have the bagel shop down there, you have the gym, you have Union Kitchen. Now, I don't want to make it seem like it's heavy traffic, but you get a decent amount of foot traffic. I'm looking out the window right now, and I've seen in the last 30 seconds, I've seen quite a few people walk by. So I guess it just depends on the time of the day. Luckily, the bedrooms are upstairs and they're not on this level because I'm assuming you would want more privacy in your bedroom as opposed to on the living area. Or maybe not, that's just me. And then the last con, this unit possibly has no parking. Now, I don't know that for sure, but like I mentioned earlier, this is the last unit left. All 44 units in the building have sold out. This is the last one, and I'm assuming all the other parking spots have sold along with those other units. And there's potential to own this unit without having private parking. But then again, Eckington is a very walkable neighborhood. We're just minutes away from the Noma Metro station, and a lot of your conveniences for day-to-day living are pretty close by. So I don't think not having parking would necessarily be a huge deal breaker in a neighborhood like this. So that's it for this unit and the neighborhood of Eckington. Let's head over to the next neighborhood, which is the complete opposite of this. Let's go.
So the next neighborhood we're in is Fort Lincoln in Northeast DC. Now, let me tell you why I personally would not live in Fort Lincoln. And that's because it's too close to Costco, right? So for the life of me, I cannot keep my wife out of Costco. We already live like 30 minutes away from the closest Costco, and I can't keep her out of there. So imagine living like Costco is literally down the street. It's like a 30-second walk. No, thank you. Our grocery budget is already like $1,000 a month. I'm not trying to increase that to, $2,000 or more. So that's a big fat no for me. Anyway, we're in Fort Lincoln in Northeast DC, and as you can see, it's a completely different vibe from Eckington. It's mostly residential. As you can see, it's mostly townhomes in the vicinity. So Fort Lincoln is in Northeast. It's in close proximity to other neighborhoods like Michigan Park, Riggs Park, Woodridge. And it's like right there on the DC Maryland border. So you can, if you take US 50 East, you can be in Prince George's County in like 10 minutes. You could also take the Baltimore Washington Parkway, takes you all the way down into Baltimore. So let's do a deep dive of the Fort Lincoln neighborhood, and then we'll check out the home.
Fort Lincoln is located in Northeast DC, right at the Maryland border, giving it a unique blend of suburban living with easy access to the city. The neighborhood is bounded by South Dakota Avenue, Eastern Avenue, and Bladensburg Road, making it a highly accessible area, especially for commuters. Most of the homes you'll see here, especially the townhomes, were built in the 2011 to 2012 era, giving the neighborhood a more modern feel compared to some of the older DC neighborhoods. One of the biggest draws for Fort Lincoln residents is the shops at Dakota Crossing, the neighborhood's major shopping hub. This retail center provides everything you could possibly need without having to leave your neighborhood. The star attraction here is Costco, the only one in the entire district, so naturally it tends to get busy. If you're planning a trip, it's good to be aware of the crowds. With that being said, it's incredibly convenient for bulk shopping or fueling up your car. Aside from Costco, there are plenty of other stores that cater to everyday needs. You've got Lowe's, which is perfect for home improvement projects, Five Below for budget-friendly needs, and a PetSmart for all your pet care needs. There are also plenty of dining options like Meze for Mediterranean cuisine and Tropical Smoothie Cafe. You can also grab your coffee fix at Starbucks, among many other choices for quick meals while on the go. The best part about the shops at Dakota Crossing is how convenient it is for Fort Lincoln residents. Many of the homes in the neighborhood are within walking distance, making it easy to run errands or grab a bite to eat without needing to hop in the car. This walkability really adds to the community feel of Fort Lincoln, where everything you need is just a few minutes away. Now let's talk about Fort Lincoln Park and the Theodore Hagens Cultural Center, which spans about 29 acres and is a major focal point for the neighborhood. The park itself, steeped in history, named after the Civil War era Fort Lincoln, which was built to actually defend Washington from Confederate forces. Though much of the original fort's architecture has been altered over the years, some of the historic features remain, giving the park a sense of both history and modern recreation. Today, Fort Lincoln Park is widely used for its extensive sports and recreational facilities. It features multiple tennis courts, basketball courts, baseball fields, and soccer turfs, making it a perfect place for both organized sports and casual weekend games. There are also open-air pavilions that are great for community gatherings or family picnics, as well as playgrounds for kids. One of the great features of this park is its elevated location, which offers sweeping views of the rest of DC, a perfect spot to take in the city skyline. Now, exciting things are on the horizon for Fort Lincoln Park. DC has allocated a $40 million budget to revitalize the park and the adjacent Theodore Hagens Cultural Center, which is another neighborhood highlight. A portion of this budget will also go towards the construction of a brand new 40,000 square foot community center on the site of the now demolished Thurgood Marshall Elementary School. This new community hub will feature a variety of spaces for all ages, including a gymnasium with a basketball court, racquetball courts, a demonstration kitchen, fitness rooms, a technology lounge, a senior lounge, an arts and crafts room, an early childhood education center that will provide daycare services for about 78 infants and toddlers. It will even have an elevated running and walking track, making it a central place for both recreation, fitness, and socializing in the community. Though there hasn't been an official timeline released for when these developments will be completed, the neighborhood is pretty optimistic that it'll be ready sooner than later. And when they do, it'll be a game changer for Fort Lincoln, adding more amenities and community resources that will benefit both current and future residents. In the meantime, Fort Lincoln is already a well-established neighborhood with plenty to offer. So whether you're enjoying a sunny afternoon at Fort Lincoln Park, grabbing groceries at Costco, or grabbing a bite to eat at the shops at Dakota Crossing, the neighborhood offers a comfortable and convenient lifestyle.
So this home we're going to be looking at is a 2-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, 1684 square feet, spread out across 4 levels with a 1-car garage. And it's in a really great location. As I mentioned earlier, we're right across the street from the shops at Dakota Crossing. Lots of, outlets out there for shopping. You have Costco, of course. Costco, can't forget that. You have Dick's, Marshall's, PetSmart, Five and Below. There's a Starbucks. There's also Five Guys. So lots of options right there for, just places to eat and a few places to shop, do your groceries as well, all the necessities that you need. So let's check out the house and let's see what it has to offer. Okay. Okay, so when we walk in, we're on the first level. So this is kind of like the mini living room. You can make this space whatever you want. You can make this a living room, an office. You can make this a workout area. A really versatile space. You got this shutters over here. We also got some speakers in the ceiling for, entertainment. Got a powder room on this level. Here is the garage. So this is a one-car garage. You can make it work if you drove like two Priuses, or what's that Chrysler car called? I can't remember. It's not coming to me. Those small Chryslers, Mini Coopers. If you had two of those, you could probably fit that in there. But if you had like two trucks or SUV, it's definitely a one-car garage. So this is our second level, which is the main level of the home. We've got our hardwood floors. We've got this breakfast area, dining over there. Pretty sizable table. Got our pantry. There's a deck right here. It's the shops at Dakota Crossing, the shopping strip. Got a dishwasher right there. So this home has been, kept up pretty well over the years. We've got a fireplace. So let's head up to the third level. All right, we just got the laundry. It's the main bedroom. Good size, king size bed. Got these connecting closets right here. Pretty much the same space right there. And then we have another closet in the bathroom. Dual vanity shower, so no tub in this one. And we've got additional closet space. Now, this area is another multi-purpose area, like the one on the first level, right? So you can make this an office, for the most part, or, you could get creative. Now, the second bedroom is on the fourth level. Now, that one I just showed you was the main bedroom, but it's also pretty much the same size as this one. So we got the door for privacy. So it's pretty much the same size. And you can see they have 2 beds in here, because this is a 2-bedroom house. So I'm assuming that bed right there could compensate somewhat for a 3rd bedroom, I guess. So it's pretty much the same size. I would make this the main bedroom though. Because if you had guests staying over, especially if you had parents who were older, you don't want them all the way up on the 4th level. It's just too much of a hassle. Then again, it's just 1 flight of steps to the 3rd level anyway, so does it really matter? And I guess the trade-off is this has a tub and the other one doesn't. So, it could work. It could work either way. It's not, like I said, the rooms are the same sizes, so it's doable. Okay, let's head back downstairs. So yeah, it's pretty much the same exact size. This one just has more closet space. Also got a powder room on this level. Forgot to show that. Very important. So let's talk about the cost of ownership for this house at $600,000. Again, we're going to use a 5.99 interest rate and a 20% down payment. With 20% down at a 5.99 interest rate, your principal and interest payments are going to be $2,870, taxes $354 a month, insurance $107, and there's a small HOA fee of $107 a month. You add that all up, the monthly payment for this house is going to be around $3,451 per month. Now, as far as actual cash needed to buy the home, 20% down of $600,000 is $119,800, and budget around 3% of the purchase price, which is $600K for your closing costs. That's going to run you around $18,000. So you're going to need roughly around $138,000 to purchase this home. Now let's talk about some pros and cons. Now the first pro is good value for money. There aren't that many neighborhoods in DC where you can buy a home like this for $600,000. It's a 4-level home with a garage that has sizable bedrooms, sizable closets, and also in a great location. And that takes us to pro number 2, which is the close proximity to basic necessities. So right across the street, you have Costco, you have other places for shopping and just the other basic day-to-day necessities. And then number 3 is I like how the home has multiple spaces that you can use for different purposes. Like on the first level, you have that little office / workout area, or even like a second living room. And you also have this main living room on this level. And then upstairs, you have that little nook, the 3rd level, that you can also get creative with. So it's a really good use of space. Now, the first con is it's too close to Costco. I'm just kidding. The first con is there's no 3rd bedroom. So if you were someone who was looking for a little bit more space, maybe you had a growing family, or you were thinking about, starting a family, it might be a little bit of a challenge because this home only has 2 bedrooms, but I'm pretty sure it could work for the right person or family. Con number 2 is neighborhood traffic. So we're right off South Dakota Avenue, and South Dakota Avenue goes all the way down. It takes you onto the US 50 highway. So during a rush hour in the morning and the evening,
South Dakota Avenue can get pretty busy. So if you're buying a home or thinking about buying a home in Fort Lincoln, that's something to know as well, because it's located close to a major highway. Not that you're going to be hearing a lot of, highway noises or anything like that. It's just the traffic is the main factor here. And then the last con on the list, Fort Lincoln isn't that accessible by metro. So the closest metro station is actually the Brentwood, Rhode Island Avenue Metro Station, which is like 3 miles away. So 3 miles, that's like over a 45-minute walk. So that's just, one more thing to consider if you were thinking about living in Fort Lincoln. That's it for the overview of these two neighborhoods, Eckington and Fort Lincoln. I've shown you what a $600K budget can get you in DC. If you're thinking about buying or selling a home, feel free to shoot me a text, call, email. All my contact details are in the description below. As always, look forward to connecting with you and helping you find the right home in the right neighborhood. I'll see you in the next one.